Hello, everybody. We are back to adventure. It is and has flashback sequence. Here in Viridian City, I obtained the parcel for Professor Oak on our flashback. And as it is, I saved the game here at Pallet Time. Now, during this time, there are other trainers receiving Pokemon from the professor. And we are actual trainers, not all of us, but the few of us, and we're able to explore and battle with our new Pokemon. So as it will be for episode, we will be doing some training and some exploring of Route 1. As it is, it ends up being the scenic of the wild Pokemon, showing them as their newborns and growing. It's a female Rattata, and the females say that I should capture her. I go for it, and I say go Pokeball. As it is, Blast is now interested as everybody is surrounding them on one side behind me. It used Tail Whip, used Scratch. I think that that Scratch did enough damage. Growl at it. She is still using Tail Whips on Blast. And no, she breaks free again. Just goes for Scratch. Blast is in Blaze mode. His flame gets bigger, and his fire type attacks get stronger. Go Pokeball. Rattata was caught. Rattata's data was added to the Pokédex. Its fangs are very long and very sharp. Its fangs are long and very sharp. They grow continuously, so it gnaws down on hard things to whittle them down. We find out her name is Rattata from my Pokédex, also, and it's a female. Rings is her name. We are going to the next person. But we will check out Rings' information. Her nature is hardy. Met at Route 1, Level 3. Rattata, the normal type. Number 19 in the Pokédex. We'll check it out. Oh no, we already got the Pokédex entry. Here are her stats. She has the ability to run away, making escaping easier to happen. And she knows Tackle and Tail Whip. Same as Squirtle. The screens, when they're like this means that a person is out of battle commission. We're on Spleefo. For those that are new, that do not know, wow, Rattata appeared. Now we don't know what kind of gender this is of a Rattata, but we do know that it is a Rattata. Now they tell me and they ask me to use my Pokédex and try to know what gender it is and such, but the Pokédex won't work. It says I'm not in a battle. And we also have a new technological device, if I could say it correct. Technology has happened. As the professor gives us a new device, it's called a Pokécam. And of course, as it links with Rotom, and Rotom can record and view our battle scenes. As it is, it's an important It's an important piece of equipment also. We don't know what this Pokemon is named and called. Spleefa and Leafa battle it anyway with their naughtiness. They go for the tackle and miss. And of course, it is said that Pidgey did damage. As it is, Spleefa is afraid, but she has Leafa and she feels naughty enough to take on this Pidgey. Leafa misses again. And there's the critical hit. Wow. And Spleefa has whited out. We'll show you what happens if a Pokemon trainer blacks out and their Pokemon are all fainted. Spleefa scurried back home, protecting her exhausted and fainting Pokemon from further harm. As it is, your character, whether it's a boy or a girl, uses the same house. But they all have a different house at the moment. Oh good, you and your Pokemon are looking great. I just heard from Professor Oak. He said that Pokemon energy is measured in HP. If your Pokemon loses their HP, you can restore them at any Pokemon Center. If you're going to travel far away, the smart trainer stocks up on potions at the Pokemart. Make me proud, honey. Take care. Some words of advice. From a mom. Now during this, as it ends up being, we do end up scurrying back home to be safe. And during that, I get healed up again. As it is during this, the people of Pallet Town are talking about the legendary birds that are Galarian, if I'm correct, by the term that they're called. They never really seen these Pokemon before in this cycle of time and space. And as it is, there are cutscenes with the legendary birds moving around and making their progress around Kanto, including other legendary encounter meetings. But that all happens in the background in what we call imaginary Play-Doh. Play-Doh is the word, and that's added content. So everybody asks me, we gotta find out what that bird Pokemon's called. And of course, There he is. There's a male. I send out Blast. Go Blast. Scratch it. Two Pokeballs didn't work on Rattata. Two scratches did it. So I tell Blast to use Scratch on Pidgey one more time. And here is the Pokeball. I have two left. Go Pokeball. And Pidgey was caught. Pidgey's data was added to the Pokédex. And of course it says Pidgey male. When it first encountered, it does not like to fight. It hides in tall grass and so on, foraging for food such as small bugs. I end up naming him Wings. He is lonely. Now, as it is, he can be a lonely type Pidgey from his species and not. Lonely. But lonely is his main characteristic. Just like hardy is hers and docile is his. Normal flying is its type, number 16 in Pokédex. Its ability is Keen Eye, prevents loss of accuracy. And there are the stats for Wings. And he knows tackle only. Now during this, our Pokédex, my Pokédex lets us know that Pokemon can only learn 4 moves at a time during this dimension. There is a male Rattata, and I'm going for him. Blast, take an attack from him. I want to see how much he can attack under pressure. And he's going for tail whips. Alright, well, he tackled Blast. Go Pokeball, I say. And yes, I end up capturing him. I lost 3 Pokeballs in the process, but it's okay. Mangs is his name. We are on to the next person. And I didn't show you her name, but I'll show you her name after battle. Her name is Spot. She sends out flames. For those that are new in viewing, female Pidgey comes forth. There is the sand attack. And of course, as it is, I say, wait, that Pidgey knows sand attack? That Pidgey is rare. And of course, as it is, Spot has no Pokeballs, so she tells Flame Scratch. Flames grows to level 7. There are stats. If you do like the videos so far, or you haven't already, please tune in and subscribe. Playlist. You can subscribe to me on my channel also, but I have it running on 2 channels, just to be sure in case one channel gets corrupted. You can subscribe to it on playlist by going to videos and section sliding to find playlist, or library. Go to library. It depends on which device you're on. Male Rattata. They go for their first Ember. She lets off an Ember again. As is, Flames is in blaze mode, and Ember is working. There is the burn. And the male gets taken down. Of course, this catches the eye of the wild Pokemon, and some of them are impressed to keep on watching. Some scatter and retreat to go get others. And Splenda is our third character. Sorry, I forgot to show you. Spot is her name. Splenda is her name. Now there are more of us, but right now we are going 3 at a time, plus myself. There's Tackle. There's Tackle. And Splendid does it. While Rattata appears. She says, "Go Splendid." There is the tackle. Critical hit. Splendid has grown level. There are stats. Splendid does in learned Bubble. A spray of bubbles hits the foe. It may lower the foe's speed stat. It is another Pidgey male. The beginning will drag, but if you can, hang on, and more will be to enjoy. There's the bubble by Splendid, and we say that's pretty neat. There is the bubble. There's the bubble. As it is, Splendid is more wet, and it looks like she's sweating, but she's in torrent mode. Bubble takes down Rattata. So we figure out and we say, oh, there's Rattata and Pidgey in this route. We'll have to check it out sometime. And as it is, there's a cycle going on right now that it's only daytime. The nighttime cycle is out of effect. As it will be, this will be episode. This time will be pretty small. There may be a discussion summary part. Of episode. You can stick around for the summary part of episode, or you can skip to the next episode of episode. Mangs is jolly. He knows run away also. Alright. Says take care. We'll be checking the next set of grass, as that will be on next episode, as we took a rest at our mom's for this episode. Now, during the time that we go to the actual Pokemart again, and we can actually buy potions, Pokeballs, and all that extra stuff, antidotes, and that's so far what all we know. We automatically buy camping gear and food accessories. And as it is, these items are able to be stored in little type capsules, just like how Dragon Ball Z kind of does. But we're able to fit it in our book bags. And as you can see, our book bags and purses are only certain ways of size. So I have the book bag. I end up carrying the tent merchandise. But as it is, we're going to go to next. We're going to go to the episode summary, and then we'll be to the next episode. Thank you for watching. Pokemon Another Beginning Awoken intro. But this is part 1 of the series. Please do, if you do like the content, I advise you to add it on playlist and don't try to add it from subscribing to me only, because you may miss out on episodes instead of watching it at any time. Alright, to summary episode part 1. Hello and welcome to part summary. As it is, we are going to get into summary about the beginning and what's going on, and part of like what's going on intertwine of in through the adventure. Says in our intro, while the future self is of mine is trying to defend, the past self is now new to remembering. One of me is trying to escape the Pokémon world before the Necrozmas. Okay? Plus, I wanted to speak about this at the Pokemon school. Sorry to spoil and interrupt everything, but we will explain this next section apart. Plus, every time a major death happens, I get resent to the real world with elemental side effects such as sore throat, flying, back spasms, ground, rash, grass, scabs, fire, sweats, water, numbness, ice, skin peeling, dragon, shivers, ghost, temporarily blindness, darkness, stiff joints, rock, vomiting, poison, tiredness, normal, twitching, electric, sore gums, bug, insomnia, fairy, soreness, fighting. Now I came up with all those, and of course, as it is, that is what happens as human side effects when elements are too deadly. We are with our characters as we begin our adventure together. We form a we are from somewhere or a distant land. They refer to others not from the Pokemon identity. That so if a character sees you, doesn't know who you really are, they claim that you're from a distant land or somewhere far away. Join when the story gets far and we defeat the villains. The professor finds out that we're not from Pokemon Earth space, where the actual characters reside in tries to capture us for research. During this, some get caught, and the professor keeps them in the lab chamber, which forces us to come back and reloop cycle until we all escape. Now, I know this is Pokemon, but our professor is evil and is a little different. The professor keeps them in the lab chamber, the low bottom part of the lab. It's not underneath the battlefield, just in case if a Pokemon uses Dig. Now, this is the first trial and the first intro, the beginning of adventure. The lab could have that area underneath, and then the professor learns his lesson after it gets destroyed. When we try to leave, we leave with time, but we need Sime also to completely leave to be safer. We need both Dialgas. In the unknown universe, we get chased by Team Rocket and by Team Galactic at the end. During this episode, we're going out exploring and seeing what Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur can do. We also are trying to figure out what new Pokemon are called and really are named, as we're exploring Route 1 at the moment. And that is part 1 description. There's a little bit more I'll need to show you. For those that are wondering, Mew is in here and is doing a part of the adventure and parts of the adventure. That is regular Mew. As it is, Mew ends up stumbling onto the lab after Celebi brings attention to Mew. While trying to get the lab assistant's attention for help. And 1 second. There is Celebi. Lugia and Ho-Oh will be in the story later, as we will get into Gen 1 and 2 eventually. We have to get through Gen 1 first. But as I wanted to show you, there is Solgaleo and Lunana. They were a part of Necrozma, evolving to Dusk Mane and Dawn Wings Necrozma, as I may have previously shown. There's Duskmane Necrozma, Dawnwings Necrozma, and Ultra Necrozma. They are the ones that are causing mischief at the time because they want to battle strong opponents. This catches the attention of Yveltal, and Yveltal is the Deathbringer of Pokemon. I can't really explain that much information because I don't really know too much information, but it feeds off of destruction that occurs with the Necrozmas. And we'll get to the legendary birds. Here are the regular Kanto birds, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. But they have Galarian forms. Now, of course, as it is, they might be called Galarian, but I call it Galarian. So Galarian Articuno escapes and eventually meets real Articuno, but not too fast, as Articuno is pretty secluded. As it is, there is Zapdos. And of course, Galarian Zapdos. Fighting and flying, it kicks a hole through the professor's lab and escapes also, being on the ground. We have Moltres. And of course, as it is, big boy, Galarian Moltres. And you would be surprised that it is a dark flying type instead. This is all that I wanted to explain for now, as exit outro of part 1. Please tune in the playlist if you like or prefer or have the time to watch more episodes and to enjoy more content. And I say thank you for watching. We're going to the next episode if you didn't skip. Or if you did. Alright. See you on the next episode.